So they told you to find the barber shop by the big tree?
Yes. It used to be, people used to stay underneath the big tree 24 hours a day. It was also a service station here run by the blacks and owned. And once you got in this area, most everything was owned by blacks or run by blacks. So once I got here, then the second day I came and people was loaded in the parking lot again. The shop wasn't open, so a couple of the older fellows told me, well, you got to get you a key. And then after that day, I started opening up the shop. And then eventually, I guess I ended up kind of working mostly because the other guy, Dodson, he liked to hunt, fish, and do everything and play checkers. So they said they needed a barber. They didn't need to come here for entertainment. So somehow I happened to stick around here. I kept saying I was going to leave, but Dr. Johnson told me I had to work somewhere. And then the next thing I know, in probably '66, he put me in charge. He came in and told me that since the other guy, he was going to raise the rent, the other guy didn't want to pay any more rent, so he just told me, you're in charge now. He didn't ask me, he told me I was in charge. I told him I wasn't playing on stage, so he said, you're going to have to work somewhere, you just want to stay here. So I'm still here. I guess it's been 50 years. So.
It's been 50 years?
Yes.
So you're having an anniversary right along with the Civil Rights Act, because it's 50 years old.
You're right. I came in March of '64. Yes.
Now, just for the record, Dr. Johnson was the African-American doctor here in Falls Church.
Yes.
And so he owned this barbershop.
Yeah.
He started it in 1959.
Yeah.
Now, you bought the barbershop. When did you buy it?
I bought it in 86. Yeah. Yeah, the years go by, yeah.
So tell us some of the people that you've had come through the barbershop.
Oh, you name them. We had congressmen and generals and everybody since I've been here.
You have any athletes?
Oh yeah, we have. At least we still have the first black quarterback that ever won a Super Bowl. Doug Williams. And a lot of like Art Mumple's one of his receivers and all. But yeah, Doug won the Super Bowl in '88. So far, we haven't had no black to win the Super Bowl anyway.
So he came here and got a haircut.
Oh yeah.
How'd that make you feel?
Oh, it made me feel good because people when they come to the barbershop, they all the same just about. They don't pretend like they so and so and what. They're right down to earth and they talk. It's like for years the congressman came in here and one day his son drove his car in here and I said, young man, you know you ain't no congressman, you're too young. And he said, my dad had been coming in here for years. And I said, oh. And like I said, people come in here, you never know who they are.
So you had no idea that his father was a congressman?
No.
Wow.
But there's been quite a few people, all kinds of people. Even, I'm not sure, like the Joe and whatnot. I don't think, I was just looking at my book here.
And you even had the Washington Post do an article on you, right?
Oh yeah.
About the barbershop.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think the barbershop means to the African American male?
Oh, well it means like a place to come where they can relax and tell their stories and give you all kind of information, because even back in the early days, we had certain days that the ministers would come and they would all come, like maybe especially before the first Sunday, because that was Communion Sunday, and we'd have maybe 8 or 10 ministers meet here, and they would give you minutes and like that too. Most of the school teachers had a certain day they would come and all. Yeah, it was like a gathering place, and they gave out information. It was just a place to come get any kind of information you need.
Did it give them a place to feel like they were equal?
Oh yeah, once you come in the barbershop, everybody's on the same level just about. You can say what you like to say. Somebody would let you know if you're right or wrong. Most of the time they would give you each other respect. They listen to whatever you have to say.
Because they weren't getting it out in the outside world, but when they walked through those doors, they would get it from you and this institution.
There's always somebody around to give you some kind of information. Anything you need to know, if somebody be here, they be coming soon.
Now, when they were organizing the March on Washington and they were protesting and Martin Luther King, what was going on here? Were you giving out information about?
Oh yeah, there was always somebody here to give you some information and participate and whatnot. Yes, this was the place to come. If you need to find out anything, or be part of it, then somebody would always be able to help you.
Did you go to the March on Washington?
No, I didn't. The first one I was in service in 63.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So when did you get out of the service?
In March of 64. Yes. And, I wanted to go at that time, but I guess I had duty. They didn't let us to go anyway, participate unless we was taking part in the action at that time.
So what do you feel about after the Civil Rights Act was passed? Do you feel things are better? You think we've gone back? What do you think changed?
Oh well, for some things like maybe the schools in a way was better for some, and because I was interested in it because I was still living with my sister, and her kids was some of the first ones to help to integrate elementary schools and all, and yeah, it was real interesting, but it was kind of touchy. You never know what was going to happen and whatnot, but it was, I don't know, but it's kind of lost a little bit of the little independence and stuff, like I said, that the blacks had and whatnot, but it's a big help, and it's really changed.
And what do you think about this? What do you think the legacy of this barber shop is?
Oh, I don't know. It's more like I don't know what to say about it. It's a community barbershop, like I said. If you needed a helping hand or something, you'd come to the barbershop and they'd give you a helping hand one way or the other. No matter what it was, whether someone needed a ride or needed food, anything, the barbershop would get you in and help the community.
So it could be a barbershop, benevolent society, social worker, all that wrapped up.
Yes, I guess I probably did more social work than I did cutting hair, because a lot of the old ones would come to me, especially if they didn't have children or family. They would tell me that I have so and so you're going to help me and whatnot. And they didn't ask, they just told me. And I would go along and help them. I had quite a few people. Herman and all, he tickled me, yeah. Because he was one of the ones who told me that he was going blind and stuff, and he figured he trusted me, and he told me to help me. So I went along to help him. Yeah, I was bonded for him to be his helper anyway.
So what do you think your legacy is?
I don't know.
Because you know everybody knows Smitty. Everybody in Northern Virginia knows Smitty. Smitty the barber. And they know where this barber shop is.
Yeah, it's been around a few years. Yeah. But anyway, but the neighborhood's been so good to me, They always helped hand. Like back in the old days, I didn't have to worry about anything much. Plumbers and electricians and all. They would all help.
Because there were all black journeymen living around here.
Yes.
So community really helped.
Yeah, and all they wanted me to do most of the time was just cut hair. Yeah. Yes, everybody else wanted to cut. But anyway.
Well, Mr. Smith, or Smitty, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know today is your day off, to come into your shop so we could do a video of your life and your experiences during the civil rights movement, during segregation. And do you have any last words or anything you want to say for the archive?
Oh, no. Just, I guess, we just got to keep them.
And keep the barbershop going, right? Another 50 years.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Well, on behalf of the Congressman Gerald Connolly, and on behalf of the Library of Congress and George Mason Folklore Program and the libraries in Fairfax and Prince William County, I want to thank you for your participation. I want to thank you for sharing your testimony and your experiences. Thank you for your service, both in the military and your service here in the community, because you really are an icon in the community, and everyone knows that you're here to help, and you have been. So that's why it's important to get you in this archive. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, good. Yes.